are you all doing this morning? I hope you all are having a really good week. It's probably going to be the end of your week now that you see this, so I hope you all had a fantastic week at work, at school, whatever it is that you do, staying at home with the kids. That's also an important job. All things are super good. I had to move my camera, it was a little bit off center, so if that's changed, then I'm sorry. But I hope you guys all had a really fabulous week. Let me know how your guys' week went. Let me know something good that happened to you this week. I love hearing about good things that happen to other people, so definitely leave that down below. If this is your first time here, then hi, my name is Carrington. If this is not your first time here, then welcome back. If you enjoy all things makeup, sprinkling in some true crime here and there, then you're definitely going to want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click the little bell to be notified of all my future uploads, and let's go ahead and let's dive into the video. So I had seen this when it was first released, and so I've had this for a while, and now I'm like, okay, Carrington, you reviewed a lot of stuff, we got to get onto it, we got to get with it. So I ordered the Charlotte's Beautiful Skin Foundation for your best healthy looking skin every day. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. This is skin looks more radiant by up to 285%. It's long lasting, pollution defense. It's undetectable coverage, improves the look of skin with each wear, clinically proven results, boost hydration by up to 166%. Skin looks plumper and smoother by up to 181%. Skin tone looks more even by up to 210%. Over 90% of users agree it minimizes the appearance of pores, reduces the appearance of pigmentation and dark spots, and skin appears instantly brighter. It says blend outwards from the center of your face for natural looking coverage. Tested on 33 people, okay, over 4 weeks. 312 people tested over 4 weeks. What? I'm not really for sure what that means. But this was $34. I have mine in the shade 1N. Truthfully, there weren't really any cool options for like the really light shades. I know that there were definitely cooler options the more y'all went up in shades. However, I am like the fairest of the fair. Like I am like computer paper white here. So I couldn't, I cannot open this. There we go. So I knew I was not going to be able to get a cool tone shade that would match me. Here is, oh Lord. All right, here's the product. Wow. What does that look yellow? Is this like, hold on. Okay, it doesn't look as yellow, so I'm assuming the tube is probably, let's see how good of a match it is. You know, a little bit dark for me. Maybe that might work. Actually, if it blends out, like that might work. I think that might work, but I was super nervous that this was going to be like yellow. Like, oh, what's really yellow? Like a Sunny Delight. Like I was gonna come out Sunny Delight. But don't worry, I am not. So I am really excited to dive on into this product. I'm really excited to see how well this works. I have dry skin. Like not just like, oh, combo leaning dry. No, there's no combo. There's no oil to my skin at all whatsoever. It's just like dry. Like, you know, here's some people, they got, you know, oily, perfect skin, combo leaning dry, and then there's me. Like it's just off the charts. It's just so dry. So I'm kind of excited to see how well this works for somebody who is as dry and as fair as me. So if you guys are excited to see what I think, we'll be doing a wear test as well, then definitely keep on watching. So I have gone ahead and I have done my eyes. You will see this eye look and my thoughts on some other products. I'm doing testing out some new Milani. So you will definitely be seeing that tomorrow in tomorrow's video. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna dive right on into the foundation portion. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do half of my face with a brush and half of my face with a sponge and see how I like each side. So I'm gonna go ahead and dot some product on my face. All right, so we're gonna do this side with the sponge. and just see what I think of that. Definitely radiant and dewy, which is what it said. It did say that it would definitely give the skin like an increased dew of like 200 and something percent. So definitely is doing as it says. So it's definitely really radiant, really dewy. I do think it's sinking into the skin like beautifully though. All right, and then I'm gonna use a brush on this side. Usually I don't like blending my foundation in with a brush. If I do, I usually like to go over it with a sponge anyway, so it's kind of like should just went in with a sponge to begin. But if I am using a brush, this one from It Cosmetics, I don't think you can get this anymore. I think they always come out with like a different one every year, but okay. I think actually I don't mind that with a brush, which is odd because sometimes I feel like with the foundations that I like use, it leaves brush strokes, but this one didn't. And it's so radiant and dewy on each side. It definitely still has a little bit of a tack, and when I tap onto my face, some of it gets off on my fingers. So this is definitely one I'm going to have to set for sure. But upon like initial application, first impression, I really like this, especially for me being so dry. My skin is just awfully dry. So, okay, I'm gonna go ahead, go off camera, finish off the rest of my makeup, and then I'm gonna come back and kind of give you guys my final thoughts upon first impression, and then we'll dive into the wear test. All right, so I am back with my full face completed. This is my full face of trying out Milani. Again, that will be here tomorrow, so definitely make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button, click the little bell to be notified of when that video is live. But so far, upon first impression, I really like this. It definitely leaves a nice glow to the skin. It definitely makes my skin look really nice, really healthy. It provided a really good amount of coverage. It was a good shade match for me. I think it, like when I put the powder over it, and I used the Charlotte Tilbury powder, when I used that, I thought it worked out beautifully. I did use the e.l.f. Mint Cooling Primer and my Tatcha for like the pore T-zone, and I thought that those worked really well together. I am not gonna lie though, this is where I have the worst amount of pores, but it looks so good with this foundation and the Tatcha. It's really good. Like it says, it helps with your pores, and I definitely see that. I think this does a really good job with the pores. It sank beautifully into the skin. I really don't have any problems or issues. I don't have anything negative to say. I again powdered my face, and the powder looked beautiful. Sometimes, depending on the foundation, either the powder can lift, powder looks good, or the powder can make it look even more cakey. That wasn't the case. It looked really beautiful and like really natural on the skin, almost like it was skin. Before it was like, whoa, really dewy, and then I set it with powder, and then it still had like some light dew that kind of shined through, but it looked just very skin-like. So I would say overall, first impression, just upon initial application, I am really liking this. Of course, we're going to do a wear test. It is currently 3 p.m. I'm probably going to wear this for about 6 hours, truthfully. So let's go ahead and let's jump into the wear test. Okay, so I am back. This has been on for about 3.5 hours. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's definitely where I did not set with powder getting really extra dewy. So I would say if you are oily at all, you're gonna need to powder those areas. I would say my makeup's not holding up that great, but the rest of my face is holding up pretty well. my skin feels really nice, doesn't feel like dried out, doesn't feel or look cakey, doesn't really, not really emphasizing any of my textures or anything. It's still setting really nicely on the skin. The only other thing that's different than when I first applied it is that it's just looking a lot more dewy where I did not set. So something to be mindful of. I'm gonna go ahead and I will see you guys at the end of the night. All right, so here are the final check-in of the night. It is absolutely freezing cold in my house, so I'm going to make this as short, sweet, and to the point as possible. I don't really feel like I notice it any more like dewy. It doesn't feel greasy or anything than the previous check-in, except for my cheeks might be a little bit more dewy. I think that's like about the only difference, is now my cheeks are looking a little bit more dewy. Again, it just didn't, set very well on that part of the nose, but for the rest of the face, it looks really good. I think it wore really good. I would say if you have dry skin, I think you're going to enjoy this foundation. If you have really oily skin, I'm not sure how much you're going to enjoy this foundation because I've only worn it for 6 hours and it's already starting to get extra dewy. If you're super oily though, I could see where this could start to like break apart and maybe not last as long. So this may not be like the best option if you have oily skin, unless you're going to set it and touch up. But other than that, I think it looks really good. I really do enjoy this foundation. Of course, I'm going to continue wearing it, testing it out, giving a more like in-depth review or opinion on this product. Make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button and click the little bell so you're notified when that goes live, as well as I have tons of new content coming up, testing some new products. So again, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button and click the little bell. If you enjoyed this video, then definitely give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.